Hey y'all, and welcome to my channel. I was perusing the internet and found this adorable disco mushroom. I believe it was on Favor the Kind website for $58. Now, I'm not quite sure how tall it was, but with the mushroom craze still going on, and hey, everybody needs something shiny, I thought, let's try this. So I found this really cute ceramic mushroom at Hobby Lobby. It was on sale, so a little less than $3. And it's about a little over 4 inches, almost 4.5 inches tall. And then I also found a sheet of these glass squares. They are 5mm squares I found on Amazon. Just bought a sheet of them. They were about $10 for a sheet, and decided to give this a try. Now, I will say that these are glass, so you be very careful. You can cut yourself. If you prefer to wear protective gear, then please do. It was giving me a little bit of trouble at the beginning to get them off the sheet. The sticky wasn't really coming off right. But once I got them, once I got it off, I just started with the top right around the edge. Now, this is a very organic kind of mushroom. It's not straight lines. So I knew I was going to have some issues with curves and things like that. But luckily, these actually cut pretty well, even though they're glass. I took a pair of my craft scissors, not the sewing fabric scissors, but craft scissors, and I was able to carefully cut the little tiles down to fill in some little holes and things like that. I'm sure there's probably a better method to cut them, but I just used my craft scissors. So I settled in with some Hulu and some coffee, and just went, one or two at a time, and just started going around all the way around. And once I finished the first time around, then I just started the next row right on top of them. They stuck pretty well on the ceramic finish. So yeah, it was a lot easier than I thought it would. And actually it was a lot of fun to do. So I may have to give this a try on something else. I just followed the edge and stuck them down. Tried to get them as close together as possible. I didn't want really a lot of the white to show through. And I just continued on. I think the 5mm size was a good size for this small mushroom. You could definitely, if you're, using a shape or something that's bigger, you could use bigger glass tiles. But for this size, I think the 5mm worked really well. This was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to disco up some other shape to put around. It turned out really cute and a lot of fun to do. All right, so one show later, this is about as far as I got. And you'll see it's, kind of a wavy line each row because I was following the organic shape of the mushroom. There were several places where I did, have to cut down to fill in the little gaps. But other than that, I was very pleased at how it was going. It didn't take nearly as many tiles as I thought it would. So just started another show and got another cup of coffee and kept going. Now do take your time on the curve as you're getting near, the top of a curve. You're trying to put something flat and square onto a round spherical object. So it is a little bit more challenging, kind of like a game of Tetris, trying to fit the squares together. And then several of the holes, I had to cut the tiles into more of a triangle shape in order to fill in some of the gaps. I found it was best not to try to stick on more than about 2 or 3 at a time. These tiles had a habit of kind of sticking together, so when I went to try to pull up one, I would get like a whole row of 4 or 5. But I did find it was easier to just put on 1 or 2 at a time versus an entire row. I could kind of maneuver and manipulate them better. So I just continued on row after row to completely fill in the top. And here I have the top done. You see there's several little places that I had to cut little pieces to fill in. And actually I thought it looked really cute just like this, with the top done and left the bottom white. I thought that really looked adorable too, but decided to go ahead and continue. So I used less than half a sheet, so there's plenty more to do another one, and finished it all up. Just really love the way it looked. Lot of cutting around that kind of seam where the top and the bottom meet. I will say if I did another one, I would probably spray paint the mushroom or the object first with like a metallic silver spray paint. That way you don't have to worry about the white showing through as much. And I really wish the pictures would show how much it sparkled, because it is absolutely adorable. So I hope y'all will give this a try, have some fun with it.